So today I'm gonna have a talk with you guys, with just everybody, and this is gonna be just a video of me talking to you guys about how people should act and how they shouldn't act and all of that. Because I'm not gonna get into detail, but I just watched a video of one YouTuber that just is acted in a wrong way, and could have acted in a better way. So I'm gonna get into this video today for you guys to just understand what I want to tell you guys about all that and just what my thoughts are. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I'm just not going to give that much detail because I don't think it's right, but I was recently just looking through one of the YouTube channels that I've been subscribed to for a long time. And I've been watching this guy for a long time. And he's nice, but I think you guys, before we get into what I'm gonna say, I think there are people on YouTube, and you gotta understand this, that when you make a YouTube video, you need to be ready for people to start badgering you, people to start taking you down, people to start saying mean things about you, people to start doing things like that. Be prepared for that, because our world is not a nice thing, unfortunately, and if you're gonna take it that way, then you shouldn't make a YouTube channel. And I'm not gonna talk about it that much, but I was just watching one of his YouTube videos, and he's been, he blew up because everybody gets to their certain advantage, everybody, including me, and he blew up at people who were saying mean things. He started calling people names. He started saying, hey, well, you're not a good person, or you're not, and he started swearing, and he called the 12-year-old a fuckboy. Excuse my language, I don't usually like to swear, but that's what he called one of the kids, one of the 12-year-olds. And in my mind, just as a young adult, guys, as a young adult, to hear something like that, it just breaks my heart. Literally, it does. Because to say that to a young person, which people could take things the wrong way, there's two ways to answering this. And there's two ways to always answering problems. But I just think to this YouTube, because it was in the comments that this boy just said something, and he took it the wrong way, the guy I was watching. He said, and I think there's two ways to answer it. There's one way to answer it and saying maybe he was just kidding. Maybe that, maybe it wasn't a real thing. Maybe he was just joking around. I don't know. Which, some people sometimes do that. And you gotta expect that not all the time people are serious when they talk. But the other way that he could have meant it was maybe a serious way. But I think for our society, guys, and I want you to understand this because I've seen it a lot. You don't like people, you gotta deal with them. I'm gonna lay down the lines to that right now. There are going to be times where you cannot not get away from a person. And it doesn't matter how much you hate them. And if there's a difference, if they're bullying you, then yes, you need to do something about it. But there are going to be times in your life, and I've experienced too, guys, where you're going to have to break away from that. And you're going to have to say, you know what? I need to suck it up and be a better person. Because I know that I'm a better person to do it. And I'm not here to tell you guys that you should let them bully you or anything. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to you today that if people are in the midst of being with you in a job setting or in wherever you're going, and you have to deal with them, and you have to work with them, you're going to have to deal with them. Because it's just how, and even for YouTubers, I want to stress this enough, there are so many YouTubers out there that take everything to heart. Listen to me. I'm going to say this clearly, it doesn't matter how many subscribers I have right now. If I lose one, that's okay. The point is, I don't want to make my subscribers upset. And if they say something mean about my channel, you know what I'm going to say to that? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to ignore it because I don't I don't care. I'm gonna be mature about it and not gonna respond to it, no matter how bad it is. But I will also respond to some if they say some things, because I've seen a few comments, not on my channel, but on other people's, that say things that are really what they feel. And maybe if it's just a good feeling or maybe it's a bad feeling, guys, if they are feeling sad and maybe they're looking for attention, that could be the main point, guys. Think about it that way. Maybe they're looking for attention and they're not getting it from people. Now, at that point, my own self, I would honestly probably care for that person, okay? And because for me, that's how you get your point across to people, you know? And that's by talking to a person. That would be great. So please, if any of you are struggling with that too, let me know, because that is huge. But back to what I was saying before, because I want to stress this enough. It's not just YouTube, people. It's not just YouTube. It's everything now. It's a way we speak to one another. It's a way we like to communicate. And I've dealt with this my whole entire life. I'm not gonna give details, but I've seen a lot of disrespect in my life. And you know what? At times I'm just like, I want to be done with it. But I learn that I don't have to be disrespectful. I learn. Now, of course, I'm not perfect, but I try to bite my tongue when I'm going to be mean to somebody. Because, guys, you got to understand that you're going to be around people who are going to be really mean to you. And it's how you act when they're mean. You can't act like it's, okay, well, you know what? They're being rude and I want to get back at them. No, that's what that guy did. He got back, even at a 12-year-old, even at everybody. He's making fun of, oh, he has 0 subscribers and I have, I don't know, over 1,000 or 1,000,000. Like, you know what? I think our problem with our society today, guys, is that we care so much about our YouTube makings. We care so much about our pride. It's pride, people. It's selfishness. It's pride. We want to get our own way. We want to do things our own way. But in the truth of the matter is, we can't do it our own way. Because I believe, and this is I believe this, that there is a true king coming back to save us all one day. And his name's Jesus Christ. And for those of you who are not Christian, it's okay. Here's the thing. There's a Savior out there that loves you and will never treat you bad. And I would pretty much like to be like that Savior. I would pretty much like to love on people instead of tearing them down. I would pretty much like to just start building people up instead of tearing them down. Because, guys, I know that maybe he's probably regretting it right now. But here's the thing. Things happen. And that's, you know what? Maybe he'll learn his lesson. But it's not just him. There's a ton of people out there that will just be really rude to people. And you know what? You don't do an eye for an eye. You don't. And that's how I like to think about it. You get back at them in a different way. You don't get back at them in a mean way. Do you guys ever heard the saying, positive overrules negativity? Positive people overrule negative people? That's what we need to do. We need to start breaking down the barriers of, hey, maybe this person wasn't being really rude, or maybe this person was being rude, but you know what? No matter what, I'm not going to treat them bad, because I want them to see not how good I am, but I want them to see the light of Christ. And this is kind of religious, and I understand that it's not religious in my opinion. It's Jesus Christ, people. And I'm telling you right now that this is true stuff, that you gotta know in your mind how you're gonna treat people in each and every day. And it's not, okay, well maybe I'm just not gonna do it. Or, okay, I'm gonna do it and then I'm gonna stop after today. And it's not, oh, I'm gonna get a prize at the end of it. You know what your prize is? Feeling good you did it. Not feeling, oh, I'm so great, and all that. Feeling good in your soul that you did it. And the other thing I want to ask about, the other part I want to do about this, there's 3 parts. This is the second part. Now this is going to be a long video, but I want you to understand this. don't is, like I said earlier, I think that guy that I was watching will hopefully turn his life around. Will hopefully turn his thoughts around. Will hopefully understand maybe this was bad and maybe I should turn it around. And you know, we all get there. And you know what? The point of it all is, I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm here to tell people that, you know what, there are two choices in life, and we are giving up that second choice all the time. Or that first choice, it should be first, being good. And I know it's hard to be good. I understand. It's hard for me to be good at times. It's hard for me to understand that maybe the best way is to be good. Because, guys, the point of it all is I'm never good. On a daily basis, I try to be good. And there's times where I'm not, and there's times that I am. But prove to yourself that you can do it. It's a personal challenge for each and every one of us. And if you struggle with this today, being negative to somebody, or even just being rude and disrespectful and calling people, you know, what they did, you know, like what that guy called that boy, you know, fuck boy, you know, and that's where the boundary ends, because I bet that boy feels really upset right now. Now, there's a two-part to this too. Watch out for people who prank too, because there are some people who do pranks on YouTube, and that could really flare somebody up too. Be careful about people, and that's probably what happened with that guy too. Some people like to do that